Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we are going to discuss about subject computer science unit number 1 problem solving techniques. This unit is divided into 4 chapters. The second chapter is data abstraction. We are going to cover the following subtopics. Now let's start our class. Data abstraction. Data abstraction is a process of providing only essentials and hiding the details is known as abstraction. It means we are providing only essentials, that is important things to the user, and other details are hidden from the user. This concept is very important in Python and all object oriented programming languages. By this we can give a security to our codings. Data abstraction is also allow the programmer consider each code as a object. It means each instruction, each function, each module is considered as a object in object oriented programming language. For example, object, it means in real world, take an example car. If you want to drive a car, you only concentrate how to turn the wheels, how to press accelerator, how to change the gear. We don't concentrate on what are the process happens inside the engine, how fuel is transferred to engine, how the engine starts, how it stops, how gearbox gives signal to engine. Likewise, in object oriented programming language also, we don't concentrate how the object or functions are working. We only concentrate on the essentials, what are the objects, what are the functions we use. This concept is called data abstraction. This data abstraction can be provided as modularity. Modularity means splitting a program into many modules. Modules means files. In object-oriented programming language, many individual independent programming files are combined into a single programming file. These individual files are called modules. Data abstraction can achieved by using a concept ADT. ADT means abstract data type. It is a type like data type we use in any language. Example int, float, char, etc. Here class is also a class is one of the most important type in abstract data type, which allows us to set up values and set of operations. It does not specify how this operation will implement, it just set values. Classes are the representation for the ADT. ADT means abstract data type. Next concept, constructor and selectors. Data abstraction is supported by defining a abstract data type, which is a collection of constructor and selectors. Constructor are the functions that build the abstract data type. Selectors are the function that retrieve information from the data type. Consider the example city is a ADT, that is abstract data type. Here in example you can see city is equal to make city within the parenthesis name. LAT means latitude, LON means longitude. Here make city is constructor, city is a ADT. The value passed to the constructor are name, and latitude and longitude. By using make city we create constructor, by we create a ADT. Select next selectors. Selectors are the function that retrieve information from the data type, that is ADT. That we already discussed the constructor make city, which consists of three small informations. Number one name, number two longitude, number three latitude. By these informations can be retrieved from the constructor by using a special function called selectors. Here the example get name, get latitude, get long. City is the name of the ADT. By using these selectors we can retrieve information from the constructor. Next topic is representation of abstract data type using rational number. First we want to understand the rational number. Rational number is a ratio of integers. Integers mean whole number. Example Here is the 8 by 3 and 19 by 3. You can see both 8 and 3, 19, 23. These numbers are integers. It means it does not have floating values. These numbers representing by using a slash is known as a ratio. That is ratio rational numbers. We can write these numbers in manual, but how we can handle in computer? If you give the is input into the computer 8 by 3, then it give the result something like 2.666 something. But we don't want the output like that. We want the same output like 8 by 3. For that we want to create an abstract data type. Here an example, if you want to create a ADT, you need two function that we already discussed. One is constructor, another one is a selector. Here in example you can see the constructor and selector. Constructor is rational, which consists of two inputs n and d. N means numerator, d means denominator. Now selectors are two. Number one is numer, another one is denum. Numerator, which returns the numerator of rational number x, and denominator returns the denominator of the rational number y. Here x is 8 and y is 3. This type of thinking is called visual thinking. That means in computer itself we can create output as it is, how we how we want, how we wish. We can create output in computer or programming. Next topic is list and the tuples. These are the two components used by the Python provides a compound structure called pairs. By using this we can achieve the data abstraction in Python programming. To this concept are used to enable us to implement concrete level of our data abstraction. Concrete means the topmost and strongest level of data abstraction. Second point, Python provides a compound structure called pair, which is made up of list or tuple. Compound means more than one items. The first way of implementing pairs is with the list. Now we discuss the list. What is list? List is constructed by placing a expression within square brackets. See the example, lst is equal to within the square bracket 10 comma 20. So lst is the name of the list, 10 is the list item, 20 is the list item. These items are placed within the square brackets. Each item in the list is called list literals. See, such as expression is called list literals. List can store multiple values. Each value can be of any type and can even be another type. It means this list can contain any data type. It contain integer, it may contain float, it may contain character. See, if you want to access these items from outside the list after creating, then you can use this code. Y is equal to lst of 0. 0 means what? The index number of the item. Here lst 0 represent item number 10. lst 1 represent item number 20. So in this example 10 is stored in the y variable, 20 is stored in the x variable. In the first example, x comma y is equal to lst means the first value of the list is stored in the x, the second value of the list 20 is stored in the y. This list can be defined in another pattern also. See the example, list within the square bracket, and there is another compound that is called 0 comma 10, 1 comma 20. Here 0 is the index position and 10 is the value, 1 is the index position and 20 is the value. Any way of building two values together into one can be considered as a pair. It means this is a pair. List are a common method to do so. List, therefore list can be called as a pairs because it may contain pairs. So this one is the first item with index number, this one is the second item with index number, but in previous example we don't mention this index number, we simply input the values. Now the second topic, tuples. Tuples is a comma separated sequence of value surrounded with parentheses. Tuple is similar to a list. It is just like list, but it is surrounded by parentheses. It may contain many datas like list, which are which should be enclosed within the single quotes. This the difference between the tuples and the list is in list we can mute the data, but in list but in tuples we cannot change the data. Next topic, data abstraction in structure. List do not allow us to do is the name the various parts of multi-item object. It means in list we can have many items in, but we cannot give many names. Each name a single is individual name to a item. We want to give a single name to the list. For example, if you create a list 1, it consists of 4 items, namely red, blue, green, orange. Then each element have same name, that is list 1. We cannot give name for individual elements. But in the case of something more complex like a person, we have a multi-item objects where each item is named thing. The first name, the last name, the ID, the email. So in this place, we cannot use list as a data abstraction. We can use structure. Here in example, you can see a class person which consists of creation. Creation consists of 4 variables: first name, last name, ID, email. Creation is a structure. Structure is a bundle of many variables with different data types. Here, a class is bundled data and the function that works on the data. P1 is an object or instance of a class or a type. By using P1 object, we can access the structure within the class, namely person. Thank you. We will continue in the next class.